Wow, friends, the biggest fourth stimulus check to date is beginning to go out this month of October. New checks worth up to $3,000 are currently available to be claimed by eligible Americans. And as inflation continues to soar, several more U.S. states, including Illinois and Massachusetts, are stepping up for their residents. New state relief payments have just been approved. So friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all the new details regarding these relief payments. To say thank you for joining me here every day, I'm giving away 4 $75 Walmart gift cards every week. Friends, if you would like to enter the giveaways, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Also, my friends, during the months of October, November, and December, I will be giving away surprise $200 gift cards to those of you that have been in this community for several months. Stimulus checks were a lifeline throughout the crisis. The federal government authorized a total of 3 direct payments into people's bank accounts. The largest of those payments totaled $1,400 per eligible adult and dependent. However, friends, right now, even larger payments have been made available, totaling as much as $3,200. But remember, there is a limited number of people who will receive the money. The largest stimulus payment to date began going into bank accounts this fall. Only Alaska residents will potentially be eligible for it. That is because the money is going to come from the state's annual oil wealth dividend checks, as well as a one-time energy relief payment that was authorized to help Alaskans cope with the higher costs of energy that they've been hit with this year. Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy tweeted out that the payments would begin this fall and would be more than $3,200 per person. The governor also commented on how large the payments were and how important it was that the funds are being made available. Governor Dunleavy also stated, Alaskans have waited 7 long years to receive a fair and sizable dividend, and it couldn't have come at a more important time. Residents must apply to receive their checks, and approximately 78,000 individuals submitted a request for the funds. Friends, if you are not an Alaskan resident, please do not worry, because you could be eligible for other relief funds. Right now, in total, nearly 24 U.S. states are in the process of distributing money, and many more have already made payments. Some people also missed out on federal stimulus relief, as they did not receive the full amount of the expanded child tax credit that was made available under the American Rescue Plan Act. This money can still be claimed by filing a 2021 tax return. Many U.S. states have a surplus due to the federal crisis relief bills that was passed over the last few years. So it is likely that we will see more states and cities allocate these funds towards new stimulus checks for their residents. Friends, the keyword for this video is Lake Arrowhead. If you would like to enter today's Walmart gift card giveaway, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below this keyword, which is Lake Arrowhead, and additional keywords of any video of mine that you watch. And do make sure, friends, that you are subscribed to my channel. Now, for most Americans, this Friday's September jobs report was welcome news. Businesses kept hiring at a brisk pace. Unemployment fell back to half a century low, and average pay rose. Yet for the Federal Reserve, the jobs figures highlight how little progress that they're making in their fight against inflation. With the Fed more likely to keep raising borrowing costs rapidly, the risk of recession will also rise. Employers did pull back slightly on hiring last month, and average wage gain slowed. But many economists say neither is falling fast enough for the Fed to slow its inflation-fighting efforts. And as a result, another hefty rate hike of 0.75 of a point is likely at the Fed's next meeting in November. The central bank typically lifts rates in quarter-point increments. The Fed's rate hikes are intended to cool the economy and also to tame inflation. However, The increases have led to higher borrowing costs across the economy, notably for homes, credit cards, and business loans. Yet, as it struggles to defeat the worst inflation bout in 4 decades, the Fed is focused much more on the job market than on the financial markets. Underlying measures of inflation indicate that prices are still surging. Fed officials have signaled that the unemployment rate needs to be at least 4% to slow inflation. Some economists state that the jobless rate would need to even be higher. But either way, low unemployment points to more rate hikes to come. The mostly strong September jobs report also underscored a view held by many Fed policymakers that the U.S. economy is healthy enough to withstand higher rates. That means they may see little reason to slow the rate hikes anytime soon. The Fed wants to see a better balance of supply and demand in the job market. That would mean some combination of more people looking for work and less demand for workers. There has been only limited progress on both sides. This week, the government reported that the number of available jobs fell sharply in August and is about 15% below a record high reached in March. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Well, my amazing and beautiful friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video. Thank you so very, very much for joining me here today. I greatly appreciate all of you. Remember, friends, I'll be announcing a winner in a video later today for the Walmart gift card giveaway. So please enter as much keywords in the comment section below of each video that you watch. And do make sure that you do stay tuned for that video. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful and blessed day.
I stood in front of the Lincoln Memorial, and I talked about what I call American aspiration. American aspiration. I talked about how in America, we not only dream, we do. We not only see what has been, we see what can be. We shoot for the moon, and then we plant our flag on it. So for a minute, let's go back to where our nation was 100 days ago. About 2 out of 330 million Americans at that time were fully vaccinated. More than 10 million Americans were out of work. Schools were closed. Businesses were closed. And beyond the pandemic, our democracy was under assault. And our capital had just been attacked by insurgents. All of that was going on when the President and I took our oath of office. But as daunting as these challenges were, we were not deterred. And our nation was not deterred. We had a plan to get America back on track. We had faith that the American people, when given the opportunity, would come together and would rise to meet the moment. And you have. You have. And because you have, American aspiration has defined these first 100 days. American aspiration is how we got to more than 200 million shots in arms in less than 100 days. In fact, just this morning, we got new data on how the economy did in the first quarter of this year, and things are looking up. America is once again on the move, and that's in big part thanks to exactly what's happening here in this stadium, which is this vaccination effort. I thanked the National Guard earlier. I will thank you again.
But the American Families Plan would keep these changes to the child tax credit through 2025. The Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy estimates families in the low 20% wage percentile would receive a $4,520 income boost in 2022 from the expanded child tax credit alone. So if you have children, this provision would really help you and your family. In addition, the American Families Plan would expand access to nutrition for children by investing $45 billion in nutrition support. The crisis has shown how critical facilities like schools are for low-income families when it comes to getting children nutritious meals. The plan would make the summer pandemic EBT plan permanent. Doing so means all 29 million children receiving free and reduced price meals during the school year will continue to have access to them when the classes are out for the summer. President Joe Biden's plan also expands a community eligibility provision, a program that allows high-poverty schools to provide meals free of charge to all of their students. Currently, President Biden's proposal does not include student loan cancellation. However, it is possible that Joe Biden and lawmakers will add other provisions in the near future. Negotiations between both parties still need to take place, but President Biden could pass a plan through the budget reconciliation process, meaning it would take only a slim majority vote in the Senate